All right. Good morning. It is March 27th. It's Thursday. Whew, it's nicer today than it was yesterday. Can't wait for this chilly weather to go away. Get outside. Maybe we'll go some skateboarding tonight. We got to. I keep saying we're going to. We're going to. Hell or high water, we're going skateboarding. All right, let's get this day started. All right, we are on our way to work. Not a lot going on today. Wednesday, happy hump day. Oh man, gotta see here. So far we edited. We've got today's vlog finished editing. That's rendering right now. So we'll have that. See if we can't come home for lunch to upload that, so we can get caught back up. Get back on track. We got garbage out. Dropped Eli off at school, and yeah, just picked up the kitchen a little bit. But now it's time to go to work. Get this 9 to 5 over with. So we've got 16 days till we close, and we still don't have a place to live yet. So our realtor sent over the final request this morning with all the quotes and everything like that. She's got 5 days to respond. Hopefully she responds sooner than that, because it's starting to become a nail biter, right? It's going to come down to the final couple days to see if we have a place to live or not. Obviously, we have a couple of contingent plans. That's what we were working on last night. So we've got a couple of contingency plans. So that's not going to be an issue. I just like the kids. I like a little bit of drama, right? What's life without a little bit of drama, right? But now we've got a couple of backup plans, plan Bs, to make sure that we have somewhere to go if the Gorman house were to fall through. So the idea is the plan A is for it to go through perfectly, and this lady to fix the roof and the electric and the back door and all that stuff, and then we don't have to worry about it for another 15 to 20 years. But I don't foresee that happening. We'll see. As far as videography goes, God, there's really, we talked a little bit about a couple weeks ago, downtime and stuff like that, just making sure you're keeping yourself busy, making sure that you're, setting projects for yourself so that you have something that you can complete every day. And kind of going along with yesterday's topic of setting goals and, staying focused and things like that. These medium goals that you're setting for yourself, projects you're trying to complete, make sure that they're complete. You want to make sure that you've got daily completable goals, right? Daily goals that you can complete. That way, it keeps yourself motivated, and it's easier to kind of come off of that high and tackle a harder job that maybe spans 2 or 3 days or a week or a month. It's easier to kind of tackle that larger problem when you've got a couple of these smaller victories under your belt, kind of as far as like morale and overall just good feeling about the situation that you're in. Everyone gets that little high when they complete a project and move on to the next one. I, for one, when I go a couple days without vlogging or and here's the thing, like, I'm constantly recording. It's just when I don't get a chance to actually get on the computer and edit that, I go back a couple days later and I'm like editing a vlog from 2 or 3 days ago. It's like, wow, I don't want to do this. This is just, no, there's so much that's happened between now and then, and I'm talking about something in the past. Like, no, let's just fast forward, let's start fresh, right? And nothing's worse than that feeling. But the best feeling is when I record a vlog, same day, put it on the computer, edit, render, and then it's ready for upload the next morning, right? There's nothing better than that. Well, I guess there is something better. When I upload it and schedule it to release the next day, that way I don't have to worry about it the following day. Everything is, YouTube and Facebook, they do all that themselves, and to me, that's awesome. That makes me feel good. Those are like the small victories that I'm talking about, and you got to have that. You've got to have, I'm not saying to fill your list with a bunch of things, do the dishes and stuff like that, but that's still something that you can. After you complete, 2 or 3 of those things, you kind of get a little bit of high, and you're like, all right, now it's time to tackle the heavies. Okay, so we're headed over to Kroger right now. We're on our lunch break. Amanda's not feeling too well, so she asked me to pick up a thing of Gatorade or ginger ale or something for her. So that's where we're headed now. We'll pick some of that up and then head back home for lunch. But wanted to go ahead and get into today's topic, which is 5 reasons why you need to hire a wedding videographer for your big day. So these aren't in any particular order. I just kind of came up with these, based on what I've read, based on my experience and things like that with my clients. In no particular order, let's go ahead and get into these 5 things. And leave in the comment section below if you think I missed anything, or if you agree, or which one of these is kind of like your go-to and things like that. So number 1 is photography can only go so far. Now, I'm not trying to undercut any photographers out there. My wife's a photographer. I'm not trying to pull the rug out from under her or anything like that. But photography can only go so far. And what I mean by that is you get still images to kind of capture the day. And you can relive that day over and over again. And that's like super nice. You can get, really nice detail shots. You get the intimate moments, the I do's, the first kiss, the announcement, things like that. But there's something to be said about motion picture in audio and music, and tying that all together into like one cohesive, highly polished final product. And while you can get, certain aspects of that with photography and, capturing moments on a photograph, but like I said, there's nothing like having a documentary of the day from start to finish, including audio, people talking to the camera, hearing the actual vows, hearing the actual ceremony, and witnessing it from different angles, different perspectives. Right, the bride and groom, their perspective was, looking at each other, looking off into the crowd, looking at the officiant, things like that. But being able to convey that from, that same experience from the back of the crowd, from the middle of the crowd, from, the side view of like a groomsman, like being able to give that experience gives them another point of view, gives them another feeling, another understanding of their big day. So the second item on this list kind of goes along with the first one, and that is reliving your big day, reliving your wedding day over and over and over again. Again, similar to photography, where you can have a bunch of photographs in an album and kind of relive, go through those detail shots, go through, different aspects of the wedding and these individual moments in time, which is great. Nothing against photographers, but there's something special about being able to relive it verbatim, and that is the audio, the sound, the reaction from the crowds, the conversations that happen, between the groom and the groomsmen, the brides and the bridesmaids, all those different types of conversations that really kind of highlight your big day, and those detail shots and things like that. And it, like I said, it says something about being able to relive it, like from start to finish, completely, exclusively through, the eyes of the videographer, right? The job of the videographer is to not only capture the moment, but tell the story, right? Tell the story of your wedding day. Tell your love story of the couple. Tell the story from start to finish, and put it together into one final product. All right, so went home, got some lunch, gave Amanda her ginger ale, put some of the groceries away, and now it's time to go back to work. So number 3 on my list of why you should hire a videographer for your wedding is this one kind of lines up a little bit with why you should hire a photographer, but getting all the detail shots, right? Getting all the detail shots is important. Getting those moments that the bride and groom miss is that much more important, right? So like when the bride's getting ready, she's getting her hair done, the makeup on, and you can get a dress on, shoes and all that stuff, letter readings, all that stuff where the groom is not present. That's sentimental to the groom. And then flip that, things like the groom getting ready, groom reading the letter to the bride. Sometimes brides and grooms, they exchange gifts and things like that. Capturing that stuff so that they can see that from a third-person view and see what the reaction is and see what kind of emotions were there. The groomsmen walking down the aisle or walking the bridesmaids down the aisle. The bride doesn't get to see that. She doesn't get to see that. Talking with everybody at the wedding reception. That's another one where, the bride and groom, they try their best to talk with everybody and to meet with everybody, but, sometimes it doesn't happen, and whether it's time constraints or it's just there's, too many guests or, you're always going to miss somebody. This gives you an opportunity to, see the friends and family that were there, that had, that were having fun and celebrating the couple. So capturing the details, but more so capturing the moments that the bride and groom missed because they're busy getting married. So that's why you should hire a wedding videographer. So the 4th reason why you should hire a wedding videographer, you want to share that experience with your friends and family that weren't able to make it, or even the ones that were able to make it, just kind of giving them an alternate perspective. Being able to share your videos and your films online is one thing, but being able to give them, simply just saying, here's a link, click on this link, and boom, there's your video. There's my wedding day film. Sharing it to Facebook for friends and family to see, things like that. That's a whole nother, that's on a whole nother level of why you should hire a wedding videographer. The next thing that I would that I'm kind of interested in or would like to see happen in my personal business is streaming. Filming the wedding is one thing, right? And capturing photographs throughout the day is one thing, but streaming the ceremony for guests that can't make it, maybe house-ridden guests or guests that are out of town that can't make the trip or can't fly or whatever, being able to stream it is going to be where this goes. With the advancements of, the internet and speeds and coverage as far as wireless goes, and as far as technology is concerned, like size of technology, cameras and computers and things like that, being able to stream a wedding while very, I want to say, high profile, but also very lucrative as far as there's not many services out there that will do that or take on that type of task, just because there's a lot of risk involved, right? You've got internet coverage, you've got devices and things like that all play a major role in when you're filming live. That's that's a big deal. So I think wedding streaming will become, it'll become more and more popular as the technology kind of catches up to it. But streaming and sharing and posting your wedding films, that's why you want to hire a videographer. And the 5th reason why I feel like hiring a wedding videographer is in your best interest, and why you should seriously consider trying to fit it into your budget or cutting out financing to actually make it a part of your wedding day, is this is a document, this is a film, this is a collection that you'll be looking, not only that you will be looking at for years and years and years to come, but it's on a digital platform, right? The digital platform doesn't have an expiration date, that doesn't expire as far as like, you know, DVDs or Blu-rays, where they have a life cycle, and, you know, they have a fail state, a fail state that, you know, once they reach a certain age, or once they reach, you know, a certain amount of wear or a certain amount of plays or whatever, it deteriorates, right? Not quite as bad as like, you know, the VH1 days, right? Not quite as bad as that, but like the digital age, being able to preserve that type of, you know, documentation forever is in of itself, you know, one reason to hire a videographer. But being able to pass that down to your kids, your future kids, your grandkids, their kids, and on and on and on. Like being able to say, you know, this is what this is mom and dad's wedding. This is, you know, this is what they were like when they were young, right? This is their big day, right? You know, when one of the common phrases when you have a bride getting ready and her mom, or maybe her fiance's mom or whatever, is in the room, like, oh, you know, phrases like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous, I remember my wedding day, and things like that. And just, you know, being able to relive that, you know, with your kids and pass that on from generation to generation it's a powerful thing. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Let's get back to work, continue the vlog. It's gonna be a short trip to work and back, because we gotta go pick up Eli because Amanda's not feeling well. But let's go back, get some work done, and go from there.